Welcome to Motor City, home of Detroit, Michigan. As we're about to get ready for SFL action here in week 9 tonight, as the Motor City V8s are hosting the DC Dragons. Welcome to Bank Michigan Stadium. I'm your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon, and alongside me is Jack Brown. And on stats tonight, we have Ron Haynes and Luke Sharner. Hey, we're about to get ready for this SFL action. Both of these teams are coming off a loss for last week. The DC Dragons basically failed to Baltimore in a thriller 37-34 victory for the Vultures last week. And Motor City lost 17-37 to the Louisiana Revolution. Jack Brown, how are you doing, buddy? It is amazing and awesome to be back with you in the booth. I think it's been probably a year or two since you and I have called a game together.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time we called a game, but boy, is this game great to come back to. Damon, two teams jockeying for position in their division. Motor City looking to retake the lead in the north. Meanwhile, DC looking to remain in the race of an insanely competitive Atlantic division. It's going to be a great one. DC looking to get a big win to end off this week. Motor City, well, they're looking to continue the good day that Detroit football fans have been having.
Absolutely. DC Dragons are wearing their Enter the Dragon uniform set here, as Motor City is wearing their original home default uniforms. And DC will receive the ball here first in tonight's matchup. And we have the ball on the tee, and Caleb Richards kick it away for us, buddy. Ball field right at the goal line here, and this is going to be returned by Sam Harrison with a stiff arm there at the 27, and DC was to have possession here at the 28. Starting offense for the DC Dragons, Sebastian Synergy, Kevin Say, Sebastian Synergy quarterback. Running backs are Kevin Say and Chuck Steller. Fullback, Cooper Allen, Ronnie Shanahan, James Harrison, Mike Churchill, who is also married to fullback Cooper Allen, wide receiver Josh Gill as well, tight ends Lauren Pococo and James Walters, and there's Lucas Walters, who is the tackle. James and Lucas Walters are known as, get to that in just a minute here. Here is Synergy underneath the center. He's going to hand it off here to Kevin Say. Kevin Say gets a gain of 6 yards there on that carry.
Yeah, that was a solid little start there, first play. Something to note about this DC Dragons offense, Damon, they do not turn the ball over. Only 3 times they've coughed it up this year. Best in the league. And, I mean, for a league where already turnovers are way down this year, that's impressive.
Very impressive for DC for being very protective of the ball. Here is Kevin Say again. And Kevin Say is only going to pick up a few yards. 3rd and 1 here now. We'll get to the defense of the Motor City V8s here in just a moment. DC at their own 37-yard line. Here's a toss here to Say. Say picks up the first down and more, crosses the 40-yard line.
And that's just a solid run right up the middle. Bouncing it outside. Say's always been kind of a speedy and elusive guy, so it definitely helps to go for that sort of mode.
They're going to go eye spread formation here. 4-2 nickel is the defense. Another handoff here to the halfback. This time it's Steller with his first carry of the game. Defense for Motor City. Jack, can you call those guys out for me?
Well, for Motor City on defense, Damon, the defensive tackles are Nick Brummer and Mike Ballot. Defensive ends are Doug Howard and Dakota Butts. The 2 rostered linebackers are Matthew Holford, Robert and Rodney Panani. Quarterbacks are Mark Kaufman, King Rashid, and Terrence Pearson. Free safeties David Leathers. And the strong safeties are Nicholas Warner and Metro Detroit native Kane Vasquez.
Here is Synergy on a 3-step, 5-step drop. Oh, it hits the receiver right in the head. Mike Churchill, talk about getting your head in the game.
That's one way to go about it. DC looking for their 4th victory of the season.
Motor City trying to not allow that to happen. 3-2 defense. Synergy right across the middle, and it's to the Dr. Lauren Prococo.
And that was quite surgical, actually. The pass there from Synergy basically hit as he throws, but finds Prococo crossing over the middle. A really solid play. And, of course, you know, not every day you see this tight end sent out wide like that.
Absolutely. And how often do you see a tight end leading the team in receptions and receiving yards? And touchdowns. Synergy, 5-step drop, incomplete pass. Couldn't tell if that was intended for Prococo or Churchill.
Just kind of seemed like they threw it into kind of a no man's land territory. The play hadn't quite fully developed. But alas, let's see how they go at it again.
Looks like they have a tight end and the backfield at fullback lined up with Chuck Steller. And that is James Walters in the backfield. Very creative here. Pressure on Sebastian Synergy. Another first down for Lauren Prococo. We guess we can call her the #1 target for this DC Dragons offense.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you said, leader in receptions, yardage, and touchdowns. And also, you can see there, because, you know, pointed out for the play, Walters in the backfield, used for a little bit of pass protection. We've been seeing that a lot this year. A lot of traditionally receiving targets ending up in the backfield for some fun and creative play calling.
Absolutely. Here is Josh Gill in motion. Going to go offline in the slot here. Synergy, 3-step drop. Got Lauren Prococo again. She breaks the tackle. 5 goal line touchdown. Lauren Prococo and the DC Dragons. Prococo, 3 targets. Should I say 4 targets and 3 receptions, and 1 is a touchdown.
Already a pretty much perfect start there for Lauren Prococo as she sheds the tackler and then ends up driving it into the end zone as DC's going to put up the first 6 points. They punched Motor City in the mouth.
And that's how you start a game. You're right. Punched him right in the mouth. Go ahead.
Yeah. And now we got to see if like another team from Detroit, if the V8's got the grit to respond after that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, man, you're absolutely right. They marched downfield and they hit Motor City, right in the mouth. And that's how you want to start off. When you receive the ball first, you want to march down the field, put some points on the board. Preferably, you want to put 6 points on the board from scoring a touchdown, and letting that defense know that, hey, we're here. We're gonna push you back all game long, and it's gonna be a long fight. The DC Dragons come in tonight's matchup, Jack, averaging right about 26 points per game, 26.3 points per game, but their defense is one of the top 5 in the SFL, only giving up 22.7 points per game. Now, Motor City averages 33.6. One of the top scoring offensives in the league, number 6, that is.
Yeah.
And that was a fullback, Christopher Dean, on the carry. Offense for the Motor City V8s. Ibrahim Creata, quarterback. Michael Brown, quarterback as well. 2 fullbacks, B.O. Cherry, Christopher Dean. Wide receivers, 4 of them. John Sutherland, Shane Kaufman, Noah Terrazes, Guy Clausen, and they have 3 tight ends. And here's going to be a handoff here. This time it's to the same fullback, that is Christopher Dean, and Dean picks up the first down. This running back group is the #1 in the league in scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, and we saw in part there why, because Christopher Dean's just able to really get that second effort, push through, and get exactly the yardage needed. It's made him a lethal threat out of the backfield.
First and 10, there's pressure from the backside of the quarterback, and it's going to be incomplete. Great break up there by Kevin Say. Tight ends here for Motor City. Get back to that. Azami Mahata, Julian Gusters, Phil Cos, tackled and center Bill McMillan, Phil McMillan, and center John Smith. We'll get to the defense of DC here shortly. Second and 10 here for Motor City at their own 31-yard line. Defense looks like they're in the 4-4 stack. Gonna be a rollout. That pass is gonna be incomplete, intended for Dean. And this DC Dragons defense is all over it. Declan O'Rourke, is all over that one. Declan O'Rourke has been injured twice this season in ball games, Jack Brown.
Yeah, been with a little bit of the injury bug, but when he's out there, he can still show that he is a very solid defensive player.
3rd and 10 here for Motor City. Going to be motion towards the inside. Kevin Say picks up the guy who in the slot. And rolling with him is Jadobi, yep. And here is Michael Brown. Roll out. Brown got all day. That pass is caught down on the side by Guy Clausen. Guy Clausen coming over from the tight end spot to wide receiver.
Yeah, and he's by far one of the more explosive pass catchers that the V8s have. And, you know, he was also a big team player. They would have had 4 contracted tight ends had he not shifted out, which, I mean, Motor City's known for having some obtuse offensive builds, but yeah. I don't know if even they'd be willing to try 4 tight ends.
There's a handoff here to Dean. Dean is stopped, maybe after picking up 2. Defense for the DC Dragons. Jose Fuentes, we'll get to him a little later. Evan Miller, John Gray, Kano Fortson, and another defensive tackle of Jason Bourne. Linebackers, Declan O'Rourke, Chris Britton III, Saeed Gore, DBs, Xavier Rowe III, Peanut Say. Here is Brown again. Brown dumps it off to Dean right across the middle, and Dean picks up 6. Jadobi Doe, Daryl Bullock are the corners. John DeSantis, Jose Vasquez, and Kevin Say Jr. are the safeties. And kicker, Paul T.
Some great names on that defense there for DC.
Here in motion is Terrazas. Coming down to the bottom part of the screen. Say jumps out on him there. 3rd and 2. Handoff here up the middle. And nowhere to go. Stopped after picking up. They're going to give him 1. I think he got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Declan O'Rourke on the tackle there. And that was Bill Cherry on the carry.
The definition of bend, don't break, and now Motor City having to punt it away. They're right outside their field goal range.
Yeah, you're right. They're on to punt. I have my depth chart here, and this is going to be recovered. Oh, you're going to feel this? Wow, that could have been dangerous. I thought he called for a fair catch there. DC is going to start off at their own 12-yard line. Let's see if Motor City can hold up this DC's defense here now. Their previous DC drive, which was a 31-yard touchdown pass to Pakoko, which was 9 plays, 72 yards. Here is Synergy. Hands off here to Kevin Say. Kevin Say is going to be downed after picking up 1. Hit on the tackle goes to Rodney Panini.
Solid run right there. Not really too much to complain about.
Second and 9 at the 13 here for DC. Kevin Say is going to go in motion out of the backfield. Empty formation. I don't think I've ever saw this. Here is Synergy. Got a reception to Churchill down the field. Looks like he was tackled at, was that the 35?
I guess so, but either way, that was a risky throw there for Synergy. But he threw it just to the outside of where the defender was. The defender was a little bit more aware. He probably could have tipped that or even picked it off, though.
That's a 20-yard pickup there from from Sebastian Synergy to Mike Church here there. Down at the 33. Sebastian, that is turned over from the offense of the DC Dragons with the pick Kane Vasquez, strong safety for the Motor City V8s. And we spoke on it earlier about how DC does not turn the ball over.
Yeah, unfortunately though, they also threw that pretty much right at the defender. You can tell they're trying to go to Prococo, but unfortunately for them, Vasquez was right there and jumped on the ball.
Motor City has life. DC on their heels as they're on DC's side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion. Terrazas. Kevin Say jumps out on him. Split twins go to split pro here now. Here is Dean. Dean with a nice spin move there. Oh, drops his shoulders pass, picks up 6 yards.
Nice little spin move, actually, to keep that play going, making it a much more manageable 2nd down.
Second and 4 here for Motor City. I formation, give it off to Cherry. Cherry puts him into the shadow realm as T-Roy Gaines loved to say it, and that was Josh Vasquez on the receiving end of that hit stick.
And, you know, sometimes you got to change it up. Sometimes, you know, Dean gets a little tired. You know, you can only run him so much. And so they have Bill Cherry in there to back him up and still offer a nice explosive running attack.
Split back formation here for Motor City. 5-step drop. Pass right across the middle of the field. And it is complete down to the 2 or 1. Couldn't really see where he landed at. And that was Michael Brown on the passing attempt. He's down at the goal line.
What a play, too, to beat the defender. Yeah.
On a nice seam route there by tight end Phil Koss. Now creator in at quarterback. Underneath the center, give it to Dean. No one's going to touch him, untouched. And Christopher Dean just crossed Hollywood Boulevard.
And as we said earlier, you know, DC punched Motor City in the mouth. And, you know, Motor City, they ended up kicking a field goal, but then they pretty much punched DC right back in the mouth, picking them off and then taking the ball right down and scoring. And Motor City looking pretty strong as a whole after that first drive on defense.
You're absolutely right, partner. I mean, that interception, it starts from there, right? Take the ball away from the offense of DC, and basically your crowd get into it. You build some momentum off of that, and you get a nice drive, and especially an awesome pass from Michael Brown to Phil Koss to get you right in goal line situation, and Christopher Dean basically punches it in on the next assuming play. Great drive by Motor City to answer back off of DC score from their first possession of the game. And here is the returner. Oh, he fumbles it. DC's going to retain it. No, Motor City recovered it.
Oh!
Wow. Talk about turn of events. That is 2 turnovers for DC on back-to-back possessions. And this is amazing because this team does not turn the ball over.
No, just in those last 2 plays where DC touched the football, that's nearly equaling their entire rest of the season before tonight.
You're right.
3 coming into tonight, and they had 2 on back-to-back plays.
Here is Michael Brown. Sees the field, got another reception. Guy Clausen. I'm sorry, Noe Terrazas, that is. Inside of the 10.
You love to see it there. Michael Brown remaining patient in the pocket and just finding Terrazas, who's just in front of the defender. You know, that Motor City, I know, is more known for their rushing attack this season. But Drew really is also good at cooking up a really nice, efficient passing game.
That is. You know, I formation here. Hand off here to Dean. Dean gets a little caught up there on the offensive lineman. Still going to pick up 3 on the carry. I'm not sure if you caught all of SFL action this week, Jack, but that fumble by DC is the 3rd fumble on a return that I've seen this week. 2 happened last night in the Seattle and Houston game, and then 1 tonight here. Here is Dean again. Dean's going to get hit. How did he get forward progress on that?
I'm not sure.
I think he got hit behind the line of scrimmage.
I guess the refs briefly decided to play opposite day. That's what I'm going to go with.
Wow.
Well, I mean, what else? What's a more logical explanation?
3rd and 6, and Motor City goes empty. Pass is incomplete. Motor City will be forced to go for a field goal attempt here, and that was a deflection by Darryl Bullock.
Yeah, and by the way, can we talk about that block?
Yeah.
Like, look at the block keeping Michael Brown upright. It's unfortunate Brown couldn't complete the pass. But, you know, it is what it is. Motor City's still going to escape with the lead.
And here
barring
comes
something
Caleb
crazy
Richards.
happening.
Yeah, Caleb Richards here to attempt a 24-yard field goal attempt. And high snap, Richards with the kick. Good. 3 points extended here for Motor City. 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions has been forced by the Motor City V8s for the DC Dragons.
Yeah, and you know, DeMond, this game comes down to it. Even if it comes down to like a 1-score game in general, DC's gonna be looking at those 2 turnovers and really kicking themselves over just if they had avoided 2 mistakes, they would have won. They could have won this game.
Here's Churchill again. Churchill puts his shoulder down this time. Make sure he protects the ball as DC takes over at the 26-yard line. 5 turnovers for DC in the first 7 games. 2 turnovers in 9 minutes. Oh, I take that back. That's Motor City defense.
I mean, still, that's impressive.
Yeah. Motor City scoring drive, 3 plays. I'm sorry, 1 play, 25 yards. No. 3 plays, 1 yard, 24-yard field goal. Here is DC. Sebastian Energy on a 5-step drop. Got him, man. Right down the middle of the field. That's going to be to tight end James Walters. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sidelines and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Here is Sebastian Energy. 1st and 10 here for DC at their own 43-yard line. I'm going to go split. Split back spread here. Handoff here to Kevin Say. Kevin Say picks up 2 yards. It's been I don't want to say a tough outing so far for Say, but we're not seeing the Kevin Say that we're used to seeing, should I say.
No. He's looking mighty pedestrian so far, which is not a word that you regularly use for Kevin Say.
Pedestrian. 3-4 defense here for Motor City. 5-step drop is Synergy. Synergy is too high, intended for Lauren Pococo. As the doctor was unable to come away with that reception there. 5 targets for Pakoko on the night, 3 receptions. And a little bunch formation here. Motor City will bring pressure. Sebastian Synergy got a reception to Josh Churchill down to the 32.
Talk about the throw power on that one. Just absolutely uncorked it down the field.
Look at it. He drops back,
Synergy.
feels the pressure, rolls to his left. Outstanding play there by Sebastian Synergy and awareness, should we say. They're going to go strong eye twins here. 3-4 is the defense. Synergy on a 5-step drop. That pass is caught by Prokoko again. That would be number 4 reception on the day for the Doctor.
And it just seems like they keep finding her in these very easy seam routes. You know, the tight end seam, it's borderline overpowered in a lot of football because if you can get a good tight end to run it and they're nice and tall enough, it's dang near completion every time.
DC, 4 passes over 20 yards to 4 different receivers. Outstanding stats for Sebastian Synergy. And one thing I can say about Synergy is that he loves to spread the ball around. Although he may have his number 1 target in Prokoko, but he always have other receivers stuffing the stat sheets as well. DC at their 16-yard line, handoff to Kevin Say. Gets a nice block there by 62 before going down after picking up 4 yards.
Simple run. Not too much to it.
3rd and 6 at the 12. Synergy, touchdown! Josh Gill in the back of the end zone. That just may be our Retroid hands catch of the game. And I'm not saying that because I want to get this out the way, but look at this catch on the replay if we can get it, because I want you to see him get both feet in the back of the end zone. Watch this.
Oh, he's gonna go up.
Boom! Look how close that is to the white chalk. Let's take a retro look at the instant replay on that. I'm sorry. That was the nice hands. That was the nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Wow, what a catch.
Yeah, got the feet down, did everything you need to. Just, that was impressive.
Absolutely. For the league, for all league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more. Check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. That simulationfl.net is the website where you can find us. Also, liking what you see so far, hit that like button, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, the SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL action and SFLM action as well, and help the channel grow through your support in the YouTube algorithm. Here is Creator. No, I'm sorry, that's Mike Brown, and Brown goes down with a sack from the big fella, Kano Fortson.
Just laid him out. And
look at that swim move.
The swim move really did it, you know?
And you and I both saw it and caught it at the same time. Wow.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where the second you see it, it's like, yeah, no.
Dragons answered right back after giving up 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions with a score of their own to take the lead 14-10 here in Detroit. Here down goes Brown again. This time it's from outside linebacker Chris Britton III.
And DC getting the pressure in the Motor City offensive line that not too long ago we were singing the praises of, starting to falter a little bit.
And that came right up the middle, right in the area of center John Smith, the rookie. 3rd and 21. Talk about a country mile here. They're going to go single back quads. They're going to play it safe here, hand it off here to Dean on a toss, and Dean's going to take a lick from Josh Vasquez there. And Motor City will be forced to punt.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dean not able to get the infamous running back boost that a lot of running backs have been getting this year.
That's a low snap for the punter. No fair catch call so far. That could have been dangerous again. Sam Morrison, the special teams coach, need to tell him, hey, son, you need to start fair catching. You already have one fumble on the night. You're off a punt. You're getting out of here. or he may even find a pink slip in his locker on Monday.
I mean, I think it's a bit too late to be dropping and adding players.
You're right about that. Here is Synergy and the DC Dragons at their own 40. Great field position here. Another pass from Synergy. That one is almost intercepted. Intended for Lauren Prococo. And defense got their hands on it. Looks like that was one of the backup players, 43. Don't see him on the roster. Slot pair here. A pair slot. Synergy steps back, take another step. That was intended for Prococo as well. Back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah, and I think Synergy's kind of railroaded himself onto Prococo. Which, like, Prococo is a great receiving target, but, you know, you have a couple others around you. Feel free to disperse the football.
You're absolutely right there, Jack. I'm going to send a guy in motion. It's going to be Ronnie Shanahan. The slot receiver, 5'10", 190 pounds. He's a little fella. Pressure up the middle. That pass is intercepted for Motor City. To the 20, the 10. He's going to cross Hollywood Boulevard. And it's Mark Kaufman.
And that was just a bad pass from Shabazz Synergy. He was trying to go a little bit deeper down the field, but Shane Kaufman saw it from the beginning, read it like a picture book, and was into the end zone before we knew it. DC having a disaster on turnovers this first half.
Wow. 3 turnovers for DC in the first half here, which Motor City has taken advantage of, should we say. There's the snap. The kick is up. I almost thought that was blocked. I am looking for something here. If I'm not mistaken, all of Motor City points has come off of turnovers. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, every one of their points so far, they've had 3 scoring drives, 3 turnovers. Yeah, and all 3 of their scoring possessions have started off turnovers, or, well, they were that pick 6.
Wow, and I don't want to spend so much time and so much emphasis on the turnovers of DC, as they have been great all season with not turning the ball over, but just think about it. Motor City probably wouldn't be in the position they're in if there wasn't any turnovers for DC.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, the way that things have been going so far.
First and 10 here for the Dragons at their own 31. Puts Prococo in motion. On the other side of Walters, here is Synergy. Takes another read. That pass is intended for Churchill. And man, Churchill took a shot. We have a game update. We're going to send it to Cameron Irvine, the SFL commissioner and producer, to the SFL headquarters.
Thank you, Damon. Minnesota, Indianapolis in the rivalry tonight. Colin Hart with the score, his 20th rushing touchdown of the season. 9 away from the record. Damon, you're a league historian. Who holds that record? Your answer in the chat, so you tell the folks. Back to you in Detroit.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Who holds the SFL record for most rushing touchdowns in the season?
I want to say Colin Hart. I could be wrong. I don't know. I take that back. I know Colin Hart he was leading the league in rushing at one point in time in rushing, but we're talking about rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. And he's only 9 away from the record. But who holds that record?
That is a great question. Here is Synergy. Got his man. There's a flag on the play as well. This time it's caught by Prococo. Let's see if this is going to go against the offense. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. DC accepts the penalty. I think I would have took the yards.
Yeah.
Oh, that was way after the play. Yeah.
Nah. And he like wrapped him. Whoa, that's yeah. By the way, Devon,
huh?
I was gonna say the rushing touchdowns record this season, Marcus Allen Bowes by for Queen City back in season 8.
Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he broke that record versus Houston.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know that exact thing because season 8 was before even I joined the league, and I've been here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Bowes was something else that season, man. He was a power back, and dude was just running over everybody. Here was a handout, a draw play to Stellar. Stellar's going to pick up a few yards there. 3rd and 5 here for DC.
Yeah. Wow. Honestly, that wasn't even who I would have thought it was. I thought it was Eniola. But Eniola only has the yardage record. He doesn't have the touchdown record.
Yeah. There is another handoff here to Say. Not going to pick up the first down. 3rd and 5. Well, it was 3rd and 5. There should be 4th down here. Kevin Say is down again. And we have seen an injury bug hit DC so much this season. And Kevin Say went down last week, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's definitely going to hurt, especially if they were thinking about going for it. But
they're going to kick it here.
Yeah, they're going to kick it.
Yeah, here's Party on field here for a 43-yard field goal attempt. There's a high snap. The kick is up. Party has the distance. It's good. Jack Brown, I'm not sure if you're watching the NFL action today, but man, did you see the Cardinals kickers kick a 63-yard field goal versus the Dallas Cowboys?
If I'm not mistaken, do the Cardinals still have Matt Prater?
I'm not sure what's his name.
Because if they do, then, I mean, that does not surprise me. Prater is a one-of-a-kind sort of kicker. Used to have him on the Detroit Lions. You know, it's all these big kicks around week 3.
Yeah. As Cliff Allen would say, special teams. And here's a special team play here for Motor City as Jonah Sutherland gets a nice return out to the 30-yard line. That field goal for DC ties the game back up at 17.
Yes, it was Prater, says Grant Hardaway in the chat.
Yeah.
Again, I remember back when he was on the Lions, he was a great kicker. Still is.
I guess he's an indoor kicker then, right? He's kicking those long field goals. That pass is incomplete and target for Cherry. Not sure what the quarterback. He just makes it through that behind the halfback. Man, I'm still on Marcus Bowes. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And talk about stunting like your daddy. I mean, his dad in season 7 had an outstanding season with the Maulers. Or was it season 6?
Something like that. I remember reading up on it once.
Yeah, is Marcus Bowes' dad is Doug Bowes, and I take that back. That was season 8 as well. Maybe when the Maulers won the championship. No, season 7.
Yeah, the Maulers won in 7.
Yeah,
I think Bowes had owned San Francisco in season 8.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, what a catch by Dean! Wow. I mean, just hearing that name, I haven't talked to those guys in so long. It's hilarious.
No, I think they're still. I think they're still out there somewhere.
Yeah, I think I came across Doug Bowes' Facebook page a couple of days ago. I was tempting to send him a friend request. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Not gonna go into too much details of that. Why not? But
yeah. Those who know the SFL's history will know it. You know, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of the guys in this chat who may not have been around for as long, they need to get caught up on some of the wild stuff that happened. You know, like 2017, 2016 in the SFL.
I tell you who doesn't want to go back to that, Cameron Irvine.
I'm pretty sure mentioning the names that we're mentioning is already perking his ears in a negative light.
It probably dreaded him posting that in our game channel tonight as well.
Oh, man.
Ball is in the possession of the DC Dragons on their 28. Sabaz Synergy underneath the center with 3 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Lauren Pococo has been the #1 target here for the Dragons. Handoff here to Stellar. Stellar picks up not even a yard, brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle is 62, Doug Howard, defensive end. It's a beautiful night here in Detroit. Clear skies, no rain, nice breeze, but not heavy winds. Synergy, got a man open and he dropped it. Intended for Shanahan. Maybe it was kind of high because he did have to reach up for it. Shanahan is only 5'10".
Yeah, usually you have to remember to throw the ball down a little bit at him.
But it's hard to do when you have receivers like Mike Churchill, 6'4", Josh Gill, 6'4", Lauren Pococo, 6'7". You know? So used to throwing the ball high. Oh, nice catch there by Pococo. There's a flag on the play. Tackle made by Mark Kaufman. Another roughing the passer against Motor City. And that is 2 on the night for the V8s. First and 10 here for DC. Strong Eye Twins. Synergy got a pass complete to Lauren Pococo for another first down. She has been money for the DC offense all game long.
Yeah, just massive gains time and time again. You know, like I talked earlier about how Shabazz Synergy's kind of railroaded himself into only throwing to her. But like, can you necessarily blame him when she's just constantly making those big plays?
Absolutely. Here is Synergy at the 31. Lets it rip. Pococo again down to the 11. Oh, Nelly. Talk about putting on a performance.
Yeah, I mean, just keeping him in this game and keeping him out in front, too.
It's a family affair for the DC Dragon. I'm sorry, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, no. You continue on.
Oh, I'm just going to say it's a family affair for the DC Dragons. Running back Kevin Say has 2 sons on the team, cornerback Peanut Say and strong safety Kevin Say Jr. Tight end James Walter and his son Lucas Walters both play on the offense. One at offensive lineman and tight end is James Walters. When the Walters are lined up next to each other, they are known as the Great Wall of Walters. How funny is that? I mentioned earlier wide receiver Mark Churchill and his wife, who plays the fullback, Cooper Allen. Talk about gathering the family together.
Yeah. Helps keep a team together, I'll tell you that much.
That is absolutely true. Here's the Dragons. They're going to go eye load here. Brings pressure. Motor City does down to the 2-yard or 2.5-yard line. There is Stellar. Second and goal. Motor City, man, everyone is in the box for this defense here. Stellar takes a stutter step, but goes down right at the line of scrimmage. Stellar just doesn't seem to be in a groove tonight.
No, and it stinks because you want a fullback to be in the groove for exactly this case when you just need to punch it in.
Yep. Looks like they're going to with the same formation. They're going to flip it. They're going to send Prococo in motion to the top of the field. Ball is on the far hash line, should we say. 5-step drop here is Sebastian. Pass is almost intercepted. Looks like it was intended for Josh Gill. Or maybe James Walters. Couldn't see exactly, but I did see an 8. I'm taking that was to the receiver. To the tight end. I don't think I saw a receiver on the field. 19-yard field goal attempt here for Party. I just like saying that name. Talk about putting a curve on the kick. That kick looked like it was going to go wide right. Then watch the hook.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've always thought there has to be kind of a unique challenge for getting a kick that short to go through. Like, that's kind of a unique challenge of, like, you can't have anything help you. You got to make sure you get everything correct right from the get-go.
Yeah. And being a kicker, I absolutely believe that is a special talent.
Yeah, I mean, like, all the kickers who I've known, I've always been genuinely impressed by seeing what they can do.
And here comes the offense of Motor City. As they're down by 3 points, 53 seconds left on the clock. Jack Brown, yourself, what would you do in this scenario? Me personally, I probably would just run the ball out. Motor City does get the ball back after the halves. I think I would just run the ball here and just burn the clock. Wouldn't try to force anything to happen.
Yeah, but I would say it wouldn't be bad to take at least one shot.
Oh, that was almost picked off. You're right. It's not bad to take a shot. But if that ends up happening, an interception from Chris Britton, that would have been pretty bad for the DC, Motor City V8s.
Yeah.
I wonder if the players for Motor City listen to a lot of Eminem.
I don't know. Or, I mean, all the other plethora of music that, Detroit has to offer.
There's Mike Brown with a target to wide receiver Noah Terrazas. 2 incompletions in a row here. 3rd and 10. DC previous drive went 9 plays for 42 yards, ending in the field goal. Haven't seen much from Dean since the first quarter. Here is Michael Brown. Brown gets a little pressure, rolls out. That pass is intercepted. My goodness. John DeSantis went up high for that interception as he plucked that one out of the air.
You know, the other big Detroit quarterback, Jared Goff, threw a interception that was pretty much just like that. Running into the outside, threw it a little bit too deep, and the defender was right there to pick it off. Now, fortunately for the V8s, when Jared Goff threw his interception, that Detroit defense got him right off the field. Let's see if this Detroit defense can do the same.
39 seconds on the clock. DC can really take advantage here. Chuck Steller still in at running back. No signs of Kevin Say as of yet. Synergy. Pass is caught by Josh Gill. Gill down the sideline, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. What a great move there by Gill to get out of bounds. And is that Stephen Molinex looking like the great Mike Dichter? Did you see the shirt?
I don't know. Is Molinex a Bears fan? Is he a particularly big enjoyer of Mike Ditka?
Well, he is a Cowboys fan, Molinex that is, and Ditka did play for the Cowboys.
True.
Gotta love the mustache, though. And I don't think I've ever seen Stephen Molinex with a mustache, but I have met Stephen a time or two in person. Pretty cool guy. Oh, I didn't even know that was a challenge. What was it? Challenge the spot on the field?
I guess.
I think
whatever it was overturned.
Yeah. Looks like it was probably the spot on the field where he went out of bounds at. That's the only thing I can see.
Yeah.
Or if he stepped out alongside as he was running on the sideline. Here is DC. They put Josh Gill in motion, who just had the big pass down the sidelines. Synergy. Dumps it off across the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Looks like we got a PI on the play here.
Yeah, that's definitely a PI. Just ended up tackling the dude.
Pass interference on inside linebacker Matthew Hawford. Intended for Prococo. That was kind of bang bang. I don't agree with the ref on that PI call.
Yeah. But you know how they are today. Player safety and all that.
That's going to give DC the first down as they're right at the 14-yard line. 3 wide receivers in an I formation spread. 5-step drop is Synergy. Throwing across the middle of the field is to Churchill. Not going to get the touchdown, but he will get the first down. And it looks like he's right at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
At the goal line, should we say.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's going to be a booth review. No
booth review there. I mean, Synergy can go for a quarterback sneak.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Philadelphia, push the quarterback thing is illegal in the SFL.
Yeah, they're in a single back flip-flop spread. That pass is caught by Prococo. Second touchdown of the day by the doctor. Now, here's my question. What type of doctor is she? Is she a real doctor? Or is she just someone who has a PhD?
Well, I mean, a PhD that still makes you a doctor nonetheless, just makes you a philosophical doctor. Either way, she is tearing apart this Motor City defense with surgical precision.
I was just about to say that.
See, great minds think alike. It's a great line to use. Doesn't work well in copyright infringement lawsuits, though. I've tried it before.
Gotta love Jack Brown.
But yeah, if anyone on DC could inform us where she got that nickname from, that's something that'd be very much appreciated.
I mean, speaking of nicknames for the DC Dragons, they have a bunch. Running back Kevin Clay nicknames the Moose and the Sheriff. Rookie defensive end Evan Miller has the nickname of Doc. Tight end Lauren Prococo, known as the Doctor, as we mentioned. Rookie cornerback Xavier Rowe earned the nickname Weapon X. Here was a nice return here for Motor City down to the 31. Owner Jermaine Smith has the nickname of Destro. Wide receiver Mike Churchill nickname is Jefe. Jefe means boss, if I'm not mistaken, in Spanish, right? So I wonder what type of boss he is. Normally, you hear Jefe involved with cartel and drugs and stuff like that. I watch too many gangster movies. I'm sorry.
By the way, Michael Percoco said, I think it's DPT. I think that's a physical therapy doctor.
Ah, pretty cool. See, look at that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Here is Christopher Dean. Dean, for probably his best run here in the second quarter, picks up 4. And they're just going to run the clock here. As we stated earlier, that Motor City will receive the ball first in the second half. And there's the whistle. You're watching the Simulation Football League, and this is going to be halftime here for us. Jack, we've seen some great, outstanding football here in the first half. DC have already eclipsed their total amount of points per game for the season with 27, as they only average 26 per game.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, they've also equated their total number of turnovers so far. 3 on the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's kept Motor City in this. You remove those 3 turnovers, this is almost starting to look like a blowout here, Damon. Because DC's pretty much had their way on offense outside the turnovers. And you're seeing Motor City kind of struggling with the efficiency. You know, they're going to do the halftime player of the game in about a few seconds. It's got to be Lauren Prococo, right?
It absolutely has to be Lauren Prococo. And there it is. 7 receptions, 113 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. Also, thanks to Ron Haynes in the stats truck, who mentioned that Prococo had 2 touchdowns so far today after she picked up the second one right before the half there. Motor City gets the ball to start the second half here as well. Injury update coming soon after the half here, and there it is, as the producer, Cameron Irvine, goes to check on him and say pinched nerve is doubtful. You ever played with a pinched nerve? I have. In my ribs. Man, you talk about hurt?
I have had like nerve pain in my neck before, and like
Ow.
I can't think of anything but like just ow, 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 everything hurts.
Yeah, exactly. And here is Motor City. Oh, what a nice shoulder charge there. The Bull Days is way over past the 30. We're going to go back to Commissioner Cameron Irvine and producer, back to SFL headquarters for a game break in Natchitoches.
Thank you, Damon. 21-17. Look at Minnesota pop the football and force a fumble. Second fumble for Indy tonight. Minnesota just missed a field goal off the upright. 3 minutes left. Indy's still up by 4. Back to you in Detroit.
Wow. You want to talk about SFL rivalries? These two teams came into the league 2 seasons ago, and they're probably the #1 rivalry in this league because they put up so much of a fight and a fuss all week long, and game days for those are just scratching and clawing.
Yeah.
We can't forget about Cherry picking up a nice reception there. Your take on Minnesota and Indianapolis?
Yeah, no, like I think in the SFL, realistically, there's 3 rivalries that most people will think of when it comes to this league. You got Minnesota Indy, Carolina Charleston, and then obviously tomorrow for Monday night, Vegas and Denver.
Yeah.
You know, but like definitely Minnesota and Indy, those 2 have really caught on as pretty much perfect rivals for each other.
Yeah, there's another dump off out of the backfield. That's going to be a first down picked up. That is to Shane Kaufman, wide receiver. He was lined up in the backfield. Not sure if you noticed that. Look at this on a halfback screen.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams, again, have been trying to do that receiver in the backfield trick. It started off in South Carolina with the Charleston Predators, and it just kind of seems it's been a diaspora throughout the league of guys being thrown into the backfield as receivers.
I mean, talk about getting your playmakers in great position to make plays there. And there was Kaufman. Here's Mike Brown. It passes. Oh, man, what a shot the receiver took on the receiving end of that hit by Josh Vasquez. Motor City, 2nd and 8. I'm sorry, 2nd and 10. Ibram Creator and at quarterback now, underneath the center. The Twins to his left, rolls out. That pass is caught for a first down to tight end Phil Koss.
Another nice punch downfield. Gains him a good amount of yardage. You know, just a solid gain.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that's Phil Koss' first reception of the night.
No, I want to say it's his second. I could be wrong, though.
I think it is his second. You're right about that. Yeah, sure is. 2 targets, 2 receptions. Here's a handoff here to Cherry. Bill Cherry with a nice run there, picks up 7. And this Motor City V8's offense is moving. The engines are rumbling. As they do have the engines on display of their helmets here tonight. Nice, pretty. That's a pretty nice logo. Here is Cherry again, stood up right at the line of scrimmage by O'Rourke. This middle linebacker is is becoming one of my favorites here in the SFL. Next to Jack Brown, that is. I mean, Jack has been making plays his entire career.
Yeah. Going back to season 9, before we even had player progression.
Here is Christopher Dean. Dean picks up a first down. These 2 fullbacks are really starting to get involved into this offense now as Motor City picks up another first down on this drive. Christopher Dean, 11 attempts, 38 yards with 1 touchdown. Here's Dean again. Dean has stood up after picking up 2. I don't even think he got 2 yards, but hey, I'm not the ref. I'm just a guy with a day job up in the booth. Creator and at quarterback. Four is the defense. Creator rolls out to his left. Sidearm throw. I thought that was a catch by Guy Clausen, but man, Declan O'Rourke again making a nice play.
That should have been a 6. Unfortunately, the target just dropped it. Nothing the quarterback could do.
Yeah, nice defensive play by O'Rourke to be there and make a play on the ball. Here's Michael Brown. Got all day to throw and complete into the back of the end zone. 4th and 8, and the V8s will be forced to kick a field goal here. But I'm not going to say that was or should have been PI, but it could have been PI because the defender got in the way of the route of the receiver. Kind of knocked him off the route there, so.
Yeah.
It wasn't the pass, that just the receiver was just knocked off his route. Wasn't able to get to the position where Michael Brown was, making the pass. Here's Caleb Richards, his third field goal of the night. That one is up and it's good. So 3 for 3 on the night for Richards.
And that's, I think, the first time the V8s have gotten points that did not come off a turnover directly beforehand.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is the first time they have scored tonight without it being a turnover. That's a good stat. Inside the end zone is the return. He's tackled and brought down at the 36. DC starts this drive to get things going. I'm looking for something. Now available, free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23 Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Here's a 5-step drop here by Sabaz. Synergy with a target to Prokoko, incomplete.
That was a bit of an unfortunately placed ball there. A little bit too high for Prokoko.
Yeah. Chuck Steller still in the game. Haven't seen Kevin Say as of yet. There's pressure up the middle. Sabaz Synergy with a rollout. This time Walter James. Or James Walters, that is, sorry. Comes up with that reception.
Yeah, and he just moved his way into the open field and got a big gain.
Talk about getting both of your tight ends involved into the offense. Synergy with 15 completions on 28 attempts, 243 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. Here's Synergy calling the signal. Handoff hit to Stellar. Once again, Stellar gets hit hard. Oh, what a shot by Nicholas Warner. Saying, get out of here.
Just smacks him down.
That was a nice shot. Stellar lined up in the slot now. Gonna go empty formation. Here's DC. Synergy, 5-step drive. Once again, it's Prokoko. The defense of the Motor City V8s just cannot get a grasp on Lauren Prokoko.
Yeah, and they just keep throwing to her. And again, why wouldn't they? She's been dang near impossible to stop.
I mean, it's not like she's a hard target to not see running down the field. She's standing at 6'7". So how can you not see her coming across the middle of the field and someone get on her? Watch out for Mike Churchill, lined up off the line of scrimmage down into the bottom of the field. Goes to the top of the field to Josh Gill, incomplete. Hit him right in the hands, but he took a shot to the chest. Single back formation. 3-4 is the defense of Motor City. Hand off to Chuck Stellar. Stellar gains a yard or two. That is a cool sweater. I tell you, that is a cool. Look at the tie. Look at the tie. Yeah. Look at the tie. Oh, man, that is a beautiful sweater.
That is elite level coach fashion right there.
DC, put that in your store. I may want to buy one. Oh, what a shot down the middle to the 6-yard line. Josh Gill comes up with a nice catch to give DC Dragons the 1st and goal situation. Look at this.
Yeah, just down the field and just a nice grab.
Oh, King Rashad was there on him in coverage, and then he just left him. I think he saw somebody's periphery on another route. Josh Gill having a nice day at the office. 4 receptions for 79 yards and a TD. Here is Chuck Stellar. Stellar, his best run of the day down to the goal line. Man, Cooper Allen got up like, yeah, did you see the block I just laid?
Yeah. Like, here you go. Boom.
It's vast synergy. Inside the 1 yard line is the Dragons. Hand off here to Chuck Steller. He crosses the goal line for a touchdown. And watch him celebrate with his hands in the air as DC jumps up big.
Yeah, now if the V8s really want to win this, they got to turn on the jets. Or turn on the engine, I guess.
You're right about that. They will have to turn on the engine. DC now over 30 points. This will be their 4th time being over 30 points so far this season. Oh, but here's a look at, check this out. Each time DC has scored, well, I'll take that back. This would be their 3rd time scoring over 30. The previous 2 times they scored over 30 points, they lost. Both of those losses with DC scoring over 30 points came way of the Baltimore Vultures. We're going to see you back to SFL headquarters with Cameron Irvine with another game break from Minnesota and Indianapolis.
Thank you, Damon. It's a final. This is the kick that did Mickey Melillo in. Stoinked it. Minnesota never got the ball back. 21-17. Indy wins. Minnesota still leads the Central at 3-4. Back to you in Detroit.
Wow. A team under 500 leads the division. That is crazy. There's a reception down the middle of the field to Noe Terrazas.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people were expecting to see something like that. I just don't think they were expecting it in the Central Division. You know?
And if you want to get technical about that game, talk about what happened week 1. Week 1, Minnesota, Indianapolis. You know, opening week.
Points for
Minneapolis
Minnesota
put on a show in front of the crowd of the SFL participants at the SFL convention in Cincinnati. Man coverage is the defense. Cornerback Xavier Rowe III goes in motion with the receiver. Michael Brown at quarterback. Got his target. Going to give him forward progress. Picks up 8 on the reception is wide receiver Guy Clausen. Jack Brown, you're big on loyalty, right? Let's talk about loyalty a little bit. Guy Clausen, 6 seasons in the SFL. Guess where all of them has been?
With this Motor City V8, previously known as the St. Louis Gladiators organization.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I've only been with 2 teams my whole career. Even when I wasn't an owner.
Mm-hmm.
Still spent all my non-ownership seasons just 2 teams. Only went to free agency once. And that wasn't exactly my choice in the matter, but, is what it is. Well, let's see what the challenge is here. Motor City saying that the spot of the ball was a bit off.
I'm going to agree with them. I think this is a first down here.
Let's see, where's the elbow? That's short.
I can't see if the elbow was down there. Maybe it was. This hand is overturned. So did they move the ball forward? Wait,
yes.
Motor City did the challenge, right? Why did the coach look upset?
Because he didn't get the first down, but they did amend the spot on the field.
That was weird.
Quite strange.
Creator in at quarterback. Tight end Julian Gusters goes in motion, lines up right next to the offensive lineman there. Here is Cherry. Cherry picks up the first down. First and 10 here for the V8s. In DC territory at the 46. Twins to the top of the field. Creator goes in a rollout. Left-handed pass. That pass is caught. First down for the V8s. On the reception is field cost.
Nice rollout there from Michael Brown. Gave him a little bit of extra time. Surprised he decided to go Phil Cost, though. That was not in a wide open window. That very easily could have been going the other way.
You're right about that, partner. Here is Motor City 1st and 10 at DC's 33-yard line. Michael Brown in at quarterback, going across the middle of the field. The pass is caught again. Noel Terraz is on the reception. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that's 3 receptions in a row for this Motor City offense.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing a lot better routes. Just been overall better passing game than throughout most of the rest of the game.
Twins here for Creator. Creator has been on all rollouts, and it has been working to perfection for Creator and the Motor City V8s, and they just scored another touchdown with field cost on the receiving end of it.
And that brings them right back into it. It was starting to look a little bit hopeless there for the V8, but Phil Cost once again comes off the line, slants over the middle, and it just waltzes him in.
Great route by Phil Cost, but I mean, just about every pass, if I'm not mistaken, every pass that Creator has thrown has been on a rollout play, and he has been money on the rollouts, especially on this drive he has. The extra point attempt is up and it's good, and it's a 7-point ball game still with 11 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in this ball game.
Just in regulation, I mean, the way this game's going, it might end in overtime, and who knows what the score will be at that point, considering how high scoring this game is.
Here is Harrison from the 5. Harrison with a nice juke move there, down and tackled at the 28. Here's Sabaz Energy underneath the center. Sabaz intended for Lauren Pococo, going to be incomplete. Let's talk numbers a little bit with this Motor City V8's quarterback situation. Creator, 4 of 8, 50%, 52 yards, 1 touchdown with a QBR of 110.4. Michael Brown, 9 for 15, 141 yards through the air, 60%. No touchdowns, 1 interception with a QBR of 63.5. Here is Synergy. Drops like 10 yards back, and he got Lauren Pococo again. Can anyone stop the doctor?
I mean, it certainly ain't the V8s right now. It's the same route, same concept over and over again that DC keeps hitting Motor City on. And I mean, why would you slow down when Motor City's shown they can't stop it?
Is this a career high for Lauren Pococo? 168 yards receiving? This could be history in the making here.
Yeah.
Here's a 5-step drop here by Synergy. Gets pressure on the outside. This time, James Walters with the reception. Walters has been coming up pretty big here for DC as a number 2 tight end. Getting a lot of action here. And Motor City territory at the 25-26. And here's Chuck Stiller. He picks up 5 on that carry. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Hey, Chris Curtis, can you read us our rights?
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Sabaz Synergy with a new season high, 335 yards. Previous was 324 last week versus Baltimore. Previous two passes, 30 and 16 yards from Sabaz Synergy, as he has been put on a clinic today through the passing attack. Chuck Stellar picks up 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and they're still keeping it primarily to the air game, and even when they still go for it, they're on the ground. They're having a decent time, even without Moose in the backfield.
Yeah, still no sign of Kevin Say. Saw the owner, Jermaine Smith, in the chat saying he's probably out for the game. And once we got the report of the pinch nerve. Chuck Stellar picks up the first down on that run there.
Yeah, and you see the push-off.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was 5 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. It looked mighty close. Well, I guess it's a running play. It doesn't really matter.
Running play, but yeah, so most likely a block. Is Josh Gill going to go in motion? Draw play here to Chuck Stellar. Stellar to the 5. Spin move on him down to the 2.
Motor City can consider themselves lucky that one didn't end up in the end zone for 6. Because he had a line.
Yeah.
But the defender cramped down on it.
2nd and 1 from inside of the 2. Just need to get inside of the 1 yard line for a first down. Who cares about that? Oh, no! He does pick up the first down, but I was about to say, who cares about that as he scores 6? But hold your horses before you speak too soon, Damon.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the touchdown, but was enough for the first down. So I guess it's all a wash.
DC now has 4 more opportunities, or should we say attempts, ahead of them to get inside the end zone. Chuck Stellar in the backfield, sweeping down to the bottom of the field to Stellar on an ISO, and he gets into the end zone. DC jumps up by 13 now, with the extra point assuming.
And that was another simple as they come run play. Chuck Stellar's actually done a pretty good job subbing in for Kevin Say. 43 yards of 15 attempts. Not the best in terms of yards per carry, but he's definitely getting them in when it counts. 2 touchdowns on the day so far.
Yeah. He's been pretty active in this game. We started seeing a better performance for him towards the end of the third quarter and here at the top of the fourth. Earlier in the third, he just really couldn't get anything going as the V8's defense was just stout and not allowing him to get anything going up the middle of the field. Deep into the end zone for the return. He's going to kneel it, and the V8s will start this possession at their own 20. Chuck Stellar with 2 touchdown runs on the day here. APM Music is unraveled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. Here is Michael Brown. Pass is caught down to the 37-yard line for a first down to Guy Clausen.
He had gone silent for a good chunk of that game there, Damon, but just another one of those crossing routes over the middle. Beat the defender, beat the zone. And that's a huge gain.
To explore APM Music Library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Split back twins here. They're going to give it to Christopher Dean. Dean breaks off a few tackles, picks up 4. Motor City at their own 41-yard line. In motion is Terrazas. 2nd and 6. Creator underneath the center. Handoff here to Dean. Dean picks up the first down. Runs over to Santes at the 50 is where he goes down.
And Christopher Dean still making himself into the workhorse. Back of this team just sheds the tackler. If that other guy wasn't there, he'd be gone. It'd probably be 6 on the board for Motor City.
An 11-yard pickup for Christopher Dean. Here's Michael Brown. Dump it off to Dean in the flats. Oh, he gets a nice block. What a block from Shane Kaufman. And he picks up 9.5 yards there. At the 39 is the V8s. Christopher Dean in the backfield, picks up the first down and more. Tries to spin move across the 35. 1st and 10.
They're leaning a lot more into Christopher Dean here, and he's definitely helping him out as they're picking up the blocks to the outside. Although I would like to see them go for it a little bit deeper on one of these upcoming plays.
I was just going to say that. You're absolutely right. I would love to see that from this team. Here's Michael Brown. There's a shot there. 2nd and 1. Picks up 9 yards there. And they're down to the 24 or inside the 25. Here's Terrazas in motion. Here's Christopher Dean. Handoff to the bottom of the field. Dean picks up the first down to the 20, inside the 21-yard line. 4 yards on that pickup.
Just continuously feeding him the rock.
And as you stated, you would think they would pretty much air it out, but they're keeping the ball on the ground here. See what they do on this play here. I'm going to go to the air. The pass is deflected away by DeSantis. Second and 10 here for Motor City. Michael Brown, QB. Underneath the center in a split spread. Actually, flip spread. They go 90 exit arrows there, and Terrazas was unable to come away with the reception on the arrow route. Third and 10 for Motor City. Need to get a first down here to keep the drive alive. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Empty formation. It passes overthrown. Intercepted by John DeSantis.
They were looking for Christopher Dean, but unfortunately, he was a little bit too far away with the throw. And DeSantis takes it the other way. DC now has the chance to ice the game.
4 minutes and 41 seconds left. If the Dragons can pick up a few first downs here, basically have the game wrapped up. But Motor City does have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I-Wing Joker's here. Hand off to Chuck Stiller. Stiller picks up about 5 yards there. Give him 4.
Yeah, they're only going to give him a few for that, but the clock still runs, and that's all that really matters.
.44 yards on the ground so far today for Chuck Stiller. 2 touchdowns, as mentioned earlier. Lauren Pakoko goes in motion, goes out wide. And there's a cornerback on her, not a linebacker. And DC's going to drain as much of the clock as they can. There's Chuck Stiller, gets a little daylight. 25, 27 steps out of bounds.
Surprised he decided to actually take it out of bounds. That's good on Motor City. It at least stops the clock for a little bit.
Here is DC 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Lauren Pakoko in motion to the top of the field. Handoff ISO, Chuck Stiller. Look at Stiller, finds open ground. Picks up 8 yards on that carry, and he's basically increasing that yards per carry right now. And DC is absolutely running this clock out. Look how long they're staying in the huddle before they even break the huddle. Now, at 19 seconds left on the play clock, they come out, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to hike this ball until it's inside of the 5 seconds on the game, on the play clock. Right at 2 seconds there. Stiller not going to get the first. They gave him the first down. Oh, if I'm Motor City, I'm challenging this.
Yeah, put out the red flag. Hold on.
There's the laundry. Yeah, this is no way a first down.
No. Never in a million years.
I wonder what the line judge saw.
Probably was just looking away.
Yeah, I mean, maybe inches away from the first down line, but yeah, that was nowhere near a first down. Was that a tie clip on the tie as well? Wait a minute now.
You're looking at this tie more than someone like Men's Warehouse or something, you know?
I mean, I love ties, so.
I mean, fair enough. I think you wear a tie in like your Facebook profile picture or something.
I do. And there is Chuck Stiller right down to the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. And we're still under 3 minutes, not even inside the 2-minute mark here. And that's another first down for DC. They're basically moving the ball downfield with the run game. And they're picking up first downs. And they're keeping control of the clock. DC up by 14. 1st and 10. I'm assuming this is going to be another handoff here to Chuck Stiller. And it is. Stellar sweeping right. Not going to get a block by 62. He was too slow to get out there. Man, talk about a gentle spot.
Yeah, the refs seem to be a little bit all over the place with their spots tonight.
Previous 2 runs before the one on first down, coming at 15 and 12 yards of Chuck Stellar. Here's Stellar again. Stellar, open daylight, crosses the 40 down to the 35-yard line. First down for DC.
Yeah, and that's going to take it down to 2 minutes left on the clock, and realistically, one more first down should do it for the Dragons.
And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Stellar getting close to 100 yards on the day. And this is with him not being the starter as Kevin Say came in. And oh, what a run there by Stellar. This is going to be a touchdown. No. Nice save and tackle. Motor City called their first timeout. Stellar has basically been the man of this drive. Still in the ball game. 126 yards on the ground for Stellar today. DC at the 6-yard line. Hand off to Stellar again. Stellar bounces outside. Still form himself a man. And he gets into the end zone for the 3rd time today. Trifecta for Chuck Stellar.
And that should be it, Demond. All that and a bag of chips for DC on offense. And after those 3 turnovers, it was looking like it was going to be competitive. Nah, DC uncorked it in the second half. What a perfect game in that back half for the Dragons.
DC basically ran the ball down the throat of the Motor City V8s on this drive. Every single play went to Chuck Stellar. Eight plays. 9 plays, 92 yards with a touchdown run coming from Chuck Stellar. Here is the return. Sutherland out to the 27-yard line.
And now we got to see what the V8s can do. If they can do anything to even try and come back in this game.
Yeah, 1 minute and 41 seconds left here. It's going to be tough to come back. They're going to need some Motor City magic to happen here. Split, flip, spread is the formation. Here's Michael Brown. Oh, that pass was thrown behind the receiver. Well, it looks like it was thrown in front of the receiver, but he turned his body all the way around. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, it just seemed to be miscommunication.
Bo Martin Jr. in the chat say, wow, Chuck Stellar running back stamina is insane. Right? Because he did not miss a play on that drive, and every play went directly to him. There's a one-handed grab for a first down pickup by Noe Terrazas, and that's going to be the second timeout for Motor City. One more timeout left here for the V8s. Michael Brown, no touchdowns on the day. Creator has a touchdown pass. Here is Michael Brown. Another one-handed grab by Terrazas. He's been on a one-handed grab show.
Yeah, that animation's triggering a whole lot of times.
I mean, it's like
Which I guess is
it's like a
fortunate for him.
musician when he gets a solo act, right? You know, in a band, you know, they'll have either the guitarist or you know, someone with a trumpet or saxophone in the middle of that song or a segment or so, that not segment of the song they're doing. You know, they give one of those guys a solo spot.
Yeah.
And that was Christopher Dean there on the reception. Get out of bounds to stop the clock, Jack Brown. 2nd and 8 for Motor City. And now they are in the territory area of the DC Dragons. Have them on their heels now, trying to defend their goal, their end zone. Dean with over 91 total yards of the day. Here is Michael Brown. That pass is caught. What a shoestring reception that was.
Yeah, low to the ground, but managed to get it.
Single back here. Pass is caught. Terrazas. 3rd reception on this drive for the wide receiver. Single back formation again. That pass is incomplete. John DeSantis put his helmet right in the chest of the receiver. Stella had all 92 yards in the last drive. 4 yards, 16, 8, 1, 11, 1, 16, 29, and 6 yards for the touchdown. Here is Michael Brown. Nice stiff arm there by Christopher Dean. Dean gets out of bounds at the 15.
That was a nice little stiff arm, and it keeps the drive alive. Keeps the game alive for the V8.
Look at here. Nice stiff arm to the face of the number 4 cornerback, Derek Bullock. I'll take that back. I think he's number 2 corner. Yeah, he is the number 2 corner. Here is Brown. Pass caught by Terrazas again. Previous possession was the Chuck Stiller drive. This one has become the Noe Terrazas drive.
If there's another drive, maybe we'll get someone else involved. Who knows?
39 seconds left on the clock. This is a really slow-moving ball game.
Yeah, considering how long ago Indy versus Minnesota ended, and that only started, what, 15 minutes after us? Or before us? I mean, sheesh.
Yeah. Here is Brown again. 5-step drive. Tosses it up in the air. It's deflected away by Peanut Save.
I like the one guy that the V8s have in their stands wearing the throwback St. Louis Gladiators merchandise, you know?
I didn't see it. I missed it.
Yeah. It's just it's a cool little detail.
He couldn't afford the upgraded shirt. No, let me stop. Just thought I made a joke out of that. That's pretty cool though. I agree with you. That's pretty cool. Showing the history of the Motor City V8s as they moved from St. Louis to Detroit. Oh, the pass was intended for Terrazas again, incomplete. And DC will turn the ball over on downs. And they're basically going to kneel the ball and burn the clock here. I think they only need 1 kneel down.
Yeah, that'll pretty much take it to the end of it. So Canton, despite their loss today, maintains the lead in the North, and DC, well, they just made the Atlantic Division a whole heck of a lot more confusing.
Absolutely right. As we did speak about it with the commissioner right before the game started, about the craziness of that Atlantic Division with DC, Baltimore, Charleston, and Carolina. As that division has basically been beating up on each other all season long. If I'm not mistaken, each team in that division has a win versus a division opponent, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's going to do it, folks. Stephen Molinex with the nice sweater meets the head coach of Motor City right in the middle of the field. DC comes out victorious, 48-27 over the Motor City V8s. Here's a look at the game stats. Jack, who is going to be your player of the game for the DC Dragons?
Okay, I mean, it's going to be obvious. Lauren Prococo. Like, she just had an absolute lights-out game on the whole. Great job for her. And on the whole, really, DC came out swinging on offense. They got punched in the mouth a few times. But they came through and they got it. Motor City, they played well. They just ran out of gas at the end. Couldn't quite finish off what they had started.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with you. Lauren Prococo as player of the game for me as well. I mean, 18 targets for Prococo. Is that right? Yeah, 18 targets for Prococo. 9 receptions, 168 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Check this out. Average 18.7 per reception. Lauren Prococo, you are the prime time SFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were underneath the lights tonight, right? Prime
Yeah,
time.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Well, everybody, that's going to do it from us, folks. I was your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me was a good buddy, Jack Brown. Jack, send the people home.
Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Have a great Sunday night, and have a wonderful week coming up ahead of you. Hope you have some good times.
Also, do not forget Monday night action. Tomorrow, we're back at it on Monday night. We have Vice Wars 3-4 Las Vegas head to 3-4 Denver for a crucial battle for playoff positioning. Kickoff 8:15. The week in the SFL 7:15. And week 10, we've got our first flex. The Arizona Scorpions will welcome the Portland Fleet in primetime October the 2nd, all times Eastern. The next Monday night spectaculars coming to SFL YouTube. Hey everybody, see you when we see you. Peace.